they're proving, the WNBA is proving they're willing to respond and give credence and validation to internet rumors. Essentially is
so.
Well, but that's exactly my point. Is that
I'm with you. That it can't become the gimmick.
It can't be that. We came for the basketball, right?
I agree.
What is this? Like, seriously. And when you do this, you will turn people off, because the only reason that they started watching women's basketball is because she was playing it differently than other women that played it. It wasn't big. They've ignored the WNBA for 30 years. Let's not. Come on, are you kidding?
Absolutely. I think it's without a doubt her being the Stephina Curry, if you will, and then
Stephina.
Also, Stephina Curry, and then also because of the injuries.
The WNBA may have tried to downplay Caitlin Clark's rise, but she answered by lighting up the court and breaking viewership records in her debut. While the league casts Indiana in a negative light, almost like it's Gotham City, Coach Stephanie White shut that narrative down with hard facts. Now, the league seems frustrated that fans are tuning in mainly for fever games, not the rest of the schedule. This isn't just poetic justice, it's a buzzer beater from beyond the arc.
Investigating is how nobody else in the WNBA has ever done anything like Caitlin Clark is doing. We should be investigating the fact that Caitlin Clark's 4 threes in that game were more exciting than, like, if you go to 2022 and check out the top 10 plays of the WNBA season, her 4 threes in that game were more exciting than those 10 plays. Literally. Like, what she does in one game is single-handedly more exciting than anything we've ever seen in the WNBA. That's what
Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut wasn't just a game. It was a jolt of electricity to a league that had been struggling for relevance. From the moment she hit the court, the WNBA's long, awkward campaign of "Please Notice Us" was instantly replaced by an undeniable surge of energy and attention. Her dynamic presence and jaw-dropping skill didn't just impress diehard fans. They captured the curiosity of casual viewers and sports media alike. What once felt like a niche league on life support suddenly became must-watch television. Clark didn't just play basketball. She reignited the WNBA's pulse and launched it into a bold new era of excitement and cultural significance.
The WNBA season just started, and it's already being compared to Basketball Wives.
They don't want to be fouled now. I don't know what it is. It's a bad episode of Basketball Wives.
We're not going to talk about Caitlin Clark going absolutely bananas. We're talking about a fake hard foul.
Clark in the aftermath.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul.
That was a regular foul. These games are sold out because of Caitlin's threes, not because of Bad Girls Club.
It wasn't just a few diehard fans or that one college professor making their students analyze shot selection for extra credit. Millions of people tuned in. It was as if America had a collective realization. Wait, women's basketball is actually exciting to watch. TV executives sat in stunned silence, quietly regretting years of undervaluing the sport. ESPN interns were probably rushing to reboot servers, overwhelmed by the unexpected traffic spike. But while fans celebrated, the WNBA's response felt more like a nervous "oh no, not like this," than a confident victory lap, as if they weren't prepared for the spotlight to hit this hard or this fast.
Caitlin Clark and the Fever drew 2.7 million viewers.
Instead of sending Caitlin Clark a fruit basket fit for a queen or unveiling a golden statue sculpted from pure endorsement money, the WNBA slammed the panic button. Alarms blared like a scene from a disaster movie. Sirens echoed through league offices as urgency gripped the air. Somewhere, deep in the bowels of WNBA headquarters, a frazzled staffer leaned into a phone and hissed, "Too many people are watching. We have to redirect the attention, now." The league wasn't basking in the spotlight, it was scrambling beneath it. PR strategies were being pulled off dusty shelves and thrown into play at warp speed, as if the sudden surge in attention was a problem to manage, not a victory to celebrate.
I'm focused on Caitlin's numbers. The regular season just started. They ain't gonna win every game. They outscored them 25-15 in the fourth quarter. It just came up short. She finished with 27. She had 5 threes. She pulled up from 30 for one of them. She hit back-to-back threes in the fourth quarter. The girl doing her thing. I'm looking at a number right here at the start of this is her second season, just her second season, and she's already set the all-time WNBA career record with her 6th 25-point 10.
And just like that, the spin cycle kicked into high gear. The league's top brass didn't point fingers at decades of poor visibility or lukewarm marketing. Nope, the real issue, they decided, was Indiana. Yes, Indiana. The same state that couldn't fill half a gym last season was suddenly being painted as a danger zone. According to the new narrative, The land of cornfields and Curtis sports dads had somehow morphed into the set of The Purge. What was the crime? Fans showing up in droves, cheering too loudly, caring too much. In other words, treating women's basketball like it actually matters. And for the league, that unexpected surge of genuine passion may have been the scariest headline of all.
Problem you're causing is you're making Caitlin Clark even more famous. Guess what? There's going to be more people watching Caitlin Clark games. Guess what? There's going to be more people buying the merch. Shit, you're going to have people buying 5, 6, 7, 8 of her merch just to make you haters mad.
You'd think the league would be celebrating this cultural tsunami. A rookie pulling record-breaking ratings, jersey sales moving fast enough to crash Amazon, and a level of attention no trillion-dollar Nike campaign could ever buy. But nope. The WNBA's internal memo might as well read, "Please stop watching Indiana. Try Connecticut. We have candles." Meanwhile, Stephanie White, clearly the only adult in the room, clapped back with the composure and conviction of a coach done babysitting. She looked the league dead in the eye and said, "This is what you asked for. Indiana isn't hostile. Indiana is what every team should be striving for." Packed arenas, passionate fans, real electricity in the air, no CGI, no charity narratives, just people fired up for the game. But that's not how the WNBA rolls. Instead of surfing this tidal wave of momentum, they're on the beach waving red flags and yelling danger. While fans rush into the water with surfboards and nachos. Let's be real, this was never about safety. It's about control. The league doesn't want Caitlin Clark to become too popular, because when one player starts shining brighter than the brand, the people in charge start feeling the heat. And that's the truth they're scrambling to spin.
Men and women have collectively agreed that Angel Reese was tripping when she got fouled by Caitlin Clark, even though Angel Reese caused the first foul. You see, after Angel Reese fouled Shawty trying to get the ball, but Shawty ain't getting mad, the minute Caitlin Clark reached for that ball, she want to flop to the floor and try to throw hands. Like, what you trying to throw hands for? Then when you look up close and personal, you see it was a basic foul. They gave her a flagrant foul for this. How? That baby had foul, bro. You about to throw hands and crash out about that foul? Not to mention, she hit the ball. You decided to go flop over it, trying to pull it.
The WNBA wanted a face for the league, just not this face. They didn't want an outsider from Iowa. They wanted someone safe, committee approved, and definitely not disruptive. Enter Caitlin Clark, flamethrower in hand, and suddenly everyone's mad. The old curtains, they are literally on fire. Let's talk numbers. Clark's debut smashed all records, becoming the highest-rated WNBA game ever, in a league that's spent decades begging for eyeballs like a door-to-door cable salesman. This wasn't a minor bump, it was a ratings meteor. People didn't just tune in, they showed up. Stadiums packed. Merchandise sold out. Social media exploded. So how did the WNBA respond to this historic moment? By reminding everyone there are other players to watch. Brilliant. It's like Netflix promoting Stranger Things by desperately begging you to check out some documentary about Moss. And then came the panic-fueled, hilariously tone-deaf pivot. Is Indiana safe for players? Yes, Karen, it's safe, unless you count bruised egos and the risk of fans showing up too enthusiastically.
May 15th, 2025, a day that we will look back on and say, man, the WNBA threw everything but the kitchen sink at us. When it comes to dumb take, and dumb take, the WNBA waited until May 15th, 2025 to just unload a heaping, smelly pile of
What's next? Will Clark's three-pointers be labeled a fire hazard? Will the league start handing out earplugs to protect opposing teams from the roar of the crowd? Or maybe blindfolds, so no one gets blinded by the spotlight. Meanwhile, other teams sit quietly seething in their mostly empty arenas. The Connecticut Sun could host a game in a haunted warehouse and nobody would notice. But sure, let's throw shade at the only franchise actually keeping the lights on. And it's not like the Indiana crowd is throwing chairs or starting fights. They're just showing up with more energy than the rest of the league combined. Their worst offense: caring too loudly. Stephanie White gets it. She said it loud and clear. This is what growth looks like. This is what momentum feels like. And if that makes a few folks uncomfortable, maybe it's because they were never ready for success in the first place.
This thing that happened with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese this last time, It was a basketball tussle between two people that...
For 27 years, the WNBA has been talking about how much attention it deserves. Then Caitlin Clark walked in and got it. Now, with the spotlight shining brighter than ever, half the league seems intent on dimming it out of spite. But here's the truth. Clark didn't steal anyone's spotlight. She is the spotlight. She didn't cut the line. She built a new one. While others waited patiently for permission to matter, she kicked down the door with a record-breaking fan base right behind her. Now the league is scrambling, desperately trying to catch up with a player they can't control. They wanted a spark. What they got was a wildfire, and they are standing there, armed with nothing but a garden hose full of passive-aggressive press releases.